பனிவிழும் மலர்வனம் உன் பார்வை ஒருவரம். பனிவிழும் மலர்வனம் உன் பார்வை ஒருவரம். இனிவரும் முனிவரும் தடுமாறும் கனிமரம். பனிவிழும் மலர்வனம் உன் பார்வை ஒருவரம். சேலை மூடும் இளஞ்சாலை மாலை சூடும் மலர் மாலை. சேலை மூடும் இளஞ்சாலை மாலை சூடும் மலர் மாலை. 20 நிலவுகள் உலகமெங்கும் ஒளிவிடும். இளமையின் கனவுகள் விழியோரம் துளிர்விடும். கைகள் இடதனின் நெளிகையில் இடைவெளி குறையை எரியும் விளக்கு சிரித்து கண்கள் மூடும். பனிவிடும் மலர்வனம் உன் பார்வை ஒருவரம். பனிவிடும் மலர்வனம் உன் பார்வை ஒருவரம்.
So, for those of us that are not very familiar with you, let's have your name and tell us a little bit about who you are.
Hi, myself Vishnu. I'm basically a playback singer, and I do, as part of my career, I do work for a public sector company, and I do work in music bands, and also I do singing I do playback singing in movies and for albums and all. And my basic training is actually in Carnatic music, and my first guru was Mavelikara Mohandas sir. So I've learned music with him for around 12-14 years. I've learned music. That was in fact a great experience. He was the one who introduced me into music actually, and but his style was more of a conservative Carnatic music style. So he actually trained me to be more into Carnatic music rather than trying out different styles. That is actually good, because conservative Carnatic music style is more into gamagas. For instance, when you sing Carnatic music, when you sing a raga, for instance, I'll sing Madhyamavadi raga. Tatarina tadarina na 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 re na tatari tatarina na 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 tadarina tadarina ana tadarina na tadarina tadarina na 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 re na. So it's more into gamagas. But when you come to, for instance, ghazal style, it is more of a lighter version. It's a lighter version of music, I would say. Like if you take Hariji's one ghazal. Daru diwar pe shakl aisi banane aayi, फिर ये बारिश मेरी तन्हाई चुराने आई. दर दीवार पे शक्ल ऐसी बनाने आई. It's more of a lighter version. So adapting into each of these genres is one major thing when you're concerned about music. So later I had many other gurus, like mainly into Carnatic music, like Perumbaur Ji Ravindranath sir. When I was doing my graduation in Trivandrum, I was learning music with Perumbavoor G. Ravindranath sir. And recently I was learning with Narayana Nambudiri sir. He was also a great Carnatic musician, a great guru. And now I'm doing lessons with Shankaran Nambudiri sir. All these, from all these gurus, we learn a lot of things in Carnatic, and also in through listening. We learn different genres of music through listening to Hindustani vocals and ghazals and different Western genres. We learn a lot of music. We get into a lot of music. We get exposed to a lot of musical genres, and this expand our knowledge and skills in singing. Especially if you take the case of playback singing, it requires experience in a lot of genres, because it is basically the taste of a composer. Because he is not strictly inclined to a particular pattern of singing or a particular genre. Whatever the film or whatever the situation requires, the music director, or in fact the situation of the film, demands us to sing in a particular manner. For instance, in a song, the gamagas need to be a lighter. It requires a lighter version of gamagas. You have to adapt to that particular song in a very fast manner. I mean, time is one important factor. You have to learn that particular song, and for that you have to adjust your gamagas in whatever style the song requests. Whether you are a Carnatic musician or a Hindustani musician, any genre of music you are trained in, you have to adapt to that particular genre. So that is one major skill that a playback singer has to have. If you are a strict Carnatic musician, you can sing in that way. If you are a Western vocalist, you can sing in that way. That's no problem. But when you are coming into playback singing, you have to adapt to whatever style that particular song requests. Then only you can add to the beauty of the song. Then only you can be a seasoned playback singer when you come into this playback singing.
So what do you say was fundamentally different about playback singing as compared to what you're classically trained in?
Fundamentally, classical, especially Carnatic music, is confined to a particular guidelines. It's not confined, but still it has certain principles or certain application. Your voice application basically differs a lot when you come into Carnatic music. But film version, the ragas are all the same, but it's a lighter version of Carnatic music. When it comes to film version, if you take this same Madhyamavati raga which I sang, there's one song, it was a 90s song from Madhyamavati raga. But when it comes into film singing, Vanna Tippurayude Teerathu Tingal Kannadi Nokkum Nerathu Swapnam Kandirangi Vannole Chemmanam Pootam Niraye Mani Manjadi Variyerignole Kunguma Vitta Kaviltadamode Minnugalilaggiya Ponnarayode Manjalaninnoru Poomiyode Nilavilorungi Mayangana Kanne. This is the film song, but when you come to the Carnatic version of it, it will be Bhagyata Lakshmi Baramma Nammamma ni Saubhagyata Lakshmi Varamma Nammamma ni Saubhagyata Lakshmi Varamma Hejjaya Kale Kilu Kilu Yenada Hejjaya Myale Hejjaya Niguda Sajjana Sadhu Pujaya Velaga Majjigayolagina Banne Yende Bhagyata. So it's a heavier version. I mean, the gamagas are more prominent. But when you come into this film song, it is more of a lighter version. You have to be more emote. You have to emote it more. So it is a more romantic song in film. In film, that when this saying music comes in, it's a romantic song. But here, it's the emotion is bhakti, and it is the gamagas and sangatis are more more strong. I mean, it's more. What do you say? It's more prominent. That's the basic difference between playback singing and Carnatic genre. So I think this would be the best way to explain.
How did your career in film music start?
My career actually started with in 2012 in a movie, Chatakari. Chatakari was a 70s movie, and it was a remake actually. In 2012, it was remade. And in that movie, I sang in the music direction of M. Jayachandran sir, one song, Kaattum Mazhayum. I'll just sing it. കാറ്റും മഴയും വന്നതറിഞ്ഞില്ലേ ഇതിലേ പൂവും തളിരും കാറ്റിലുലഞ്ഞില്ലേ പതിയേ പനിനീരിൻ മണമുള്ള പാവാടത്തുമ്പി മഴ നനഞ്ഞില്ലേ കാറ്റും മഴയും വന്നതറിഞ്ഞില്ലേ ഇതിലേ. This is a song which I first sang, and it was actually an exciting moment for me because M. Jayachandran sir is a great music director in Kerala. He's one of the legendary music directors in the new era, in the new film music era. And it is very difficult to get a song approved by him. And it was recorded in, I think, 2 a.m. in the night. And finally, when I sang, it was very difficult to sing for him, and many takes and rehearsals were there. And finally, when he said it's okay, it's approved, it was a great exciting moment for me. That was one of the greatest experience which I had in my first song itself. I got an opportunity to sing with M. Jayachandran sir, and in that I'm deeply indebted to many people. Suresh Kumar sir, who introduced me to M. Jayachandran sir, and M. Jayachandran sir himself. Sudeep Kumar sir was a person who helped me to adapt to the style that is preferred by M. Jayachandran sir, which is preferred more by M. Jayachandran sir, because he has the experience of working with him more. So that was my first film experience, and in between, as part of my career, I had to work abroad in UAE, and even in that time, I was still continuing my practice, and I was doing shows also there. And when I was working in UAE, I got the chance to sing in one movie under Bijipal sir. It was also a good song, and it was a great experience working with him. He's also one of the prominent music directors in Malayalam industry. So it was a great experience working with him. But still, while I was working there in UAE, still I had the passion to come down to India and work more on music and get more opportunities, because I always had this craving to work in music. So as part of that, I've been there 6 years, and now I'm settled in Kerala. In 2020, I came back to India and settled here, and I'm actively pursuing my career in music. And I got a lot of good personalities who are into music, and my friend Mr. Akhil. So he's helping me a lot regarding how to approach a song, how to perceive what the music director requires, and how to deliver the actual content that is required, how to deliver the emotions, how to understand the emotion of that particular song. All those things I'm learning from these good people, I would say. So this is a huge experience for me. It's a lot of opportunity for me. It's a great learning for me. That I find it a real advantage, and a blessing actually.
Is it surreal listening to yourself, playing at different shows, or watching videos of yourself performing, or just hearing the music that you've sung? What is that feeling like?
Listening to myself? Yeah, actually, I've heard one interview of Amitabh Bachchan ji. He was saying, when you see a scene which you have acted, it is very difficult to actually enjoy the scene. You will be always into this could have been much better, your style could have been much better, your appearance could have been much better. That's the same emotion for a singer also. When you hear a work of yours, you will be always thinking of this could have been more emoted. If I had more time, I could have. Now, if I sing this could have been this better. So always we will analyze ourselves. that is actually good, because rather than thinking this is the best, you can always, this will be, even listening to yourself can be a learning, big learning, because you can understand, I mean, what you have sung, and you can always build on it. I mean, a particular song which you have sung, you can build on it. This could have been much better. I could have sung this well. So when you go for a concert or for a show, you can make it much better, and this will help you in your next work actually. So this is actually a learning experience, listening to ourselves and then judging ourselves, because we ourselves are our best judges actually. Chitra madam, Chitra, has told me the best way to learn a song is to learn it and then record it in your mobile, personal device, and then listen to it. Then you can understand what is the difference between the actual composition and what you have sung, and what you can build on it. So this is the best learning process, recording your voice and analyzing, because you are your best judges. Nobody can judge you better than yourself. So I think this would be the best way to improve upon or build on yourself.
She said this to you in person?
Pardon?
This is advice she gave you? Or?
Yeah, this is advice she gave me. I think this is the best advice she gave me, because it has been very practical in my life. When you study, when you learn a song, I always record it in my mobile, and I just listen to it. So you'll understand the flows, or whatever you can build on, you can understand by recording it. So thereby you can improve that song. If you're if you're doing a cover song, for instance, you're learning a new song which is sung by somebody else, then you can build on it. You can create a better version of yourself. You can improvise on it. So listening to yourself is one major thing that you can build upon yourself, I would say.
So have you had any other experience in which somebody prominent has given you advice, or maybe you've had a encounter with them in which you've learned something from them and absorbed something from them?
So, especially when coming to reality shows, the major advantage which I got is like meeting great eminent personalities in music and getting inputs and advice from them, like Chitra ji, then MG Srikumar sir, Sharad sir, then even Hariharan sir. A lot of great personalities we got an opportunity to meet. Even MS Vishwanathan sir. All these are great legends in Indian cinema actually. So a lot of good tips and advices we can get. For instance, Srinivasan sir has given a tip on how to minimize the voice breakups when you go to high notes. Usually in the morning when you sing, there will be your voice will break when you go to the high notes. So he gave a vocal practice for reducing these voice breakups. Like you have to go from your low voice. So you have to continuously repeat this practice. So this can help you, especially in the mornings. This can help you reduce your breaking your voice when you go to high notes and even to lower notes. So these advices have helped me a lot in improving my singing. And also when you come to a stage, how to present yourself, how to be more confident. These things, and even the mic adjustments. You can even create a lot of voice modulations, and you can emote your song with mic adjustments itself. So all these things we have got exposed to through reality shows actually.
So has there ever been a moment for you where you've had the opportunity to work with, other than the ones you've already mentioned, or share the stage with, or be in the presence of somebody that you look up to? Like what, can you bring up a memory?
Yeah, of course I can. I remember one stage where a lot of great singers were there. Anuradha Sriram, then MG Srikumar sir, Madhu Balakrishnan sir, Mano sir, all these great personalities, humble personalities, I would say. Manu sir and all, I would say a gem of a person. So these great, I got an opportunity to work with these persons on stage shows in the music direction of Vidyadharan Master. So I have sung a track for one of his albums, and I got a song in that particular album. And I got an opportunity to sing in a big show with all these singers. That was a great experience, and to meet with them again, and a lot of other good shows we've got. in Dubai in Al Nasser Lishal, and I've performed with MG Srikumar sir. So these were great opportunities, singing with them in live concerts, and you can be more interactive with them. MG Srikumar sir, I would see as a guru because he was one of the judges in reality show. But when you see him out in a concert, it is fun. I mean, spending time with him and doing shows with him. So this was great experience.
What does the future look like for you?
Looking into my future in music, I would prefer learning more genres of music, singing and trying out different styles. And of course, playback singing, that is one of the, especially in India, playback singing is one of the major areas where you can expose your talent, then you can get recognition for your talent. So I look forward to be a good playback singer and minimize my limitations by maximizing my genres, my exposure to different genres of music. That's my main ambition. That's how I foresee myself as a playback singer, or rather as a musician.
Who are some of your peers, music composers, singers that you would love to work with, share the stage with, or be on a song with?
Yeah, I in fact see a lot of people who have worked with me in reality shows now completely into music. The person which I've already mentioned, my friend Akhil, he is now completely into music. I've seen a completely different version of him from my reality show times to now. It's a different version of him, and when you see his music, when you listen to his music, and even in his appearance, it's a different version of him I see now. Then a lot of other persons. I'm actually happy to see many of my friends like Ranjan Raj. He's completely into music direction. Najim Arshad, he's a full-time playback singer now. A lot of my friends who are actively working as playback singers, musicians, composers, and the like. So I'm happy to see them all in the industry now. And Hisham Abdul Wahab, he's one of the major hits in Malayalam industry. Darshana song from Hridayam. It is his composition. I'm really proud and happy to see them all actively into music and doing great job.
Anything you have to say for your fans, the listeners, the audience?
Especially to youngsters who are coming to music, I would say you have to study music from the root itself. The first raga in Carnatic music which you learn is Maya Mala Gaula. The swaras are sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. But many students, if you ask what is the swarasthana, many of them won't be knowing. They'll be singing this, but the swarasthanas, I would say they should know the swarasthanas which they are singing. For instance, when you sa and pa are prakriti swaras, there's no change in these swaras. But when you go to re, there is Shuddha Rishabham, Chadushruti Rishabham, Shatshruti Rishabham. Sa re, sa re, sa re. So you have to know all these swara transitions for all swaras. The Gandharam, Shuddha Gandharam, Sadharana Gandharam, Antara Gandharam. Sa re ga, sa re ga, sa re ga. You have to know these swarasthanas. So from the grassroots level itself, you have to understand what you are singing, what the swarasthanas are. Then only you can be a true musician actually. So if you are serious about music, try to learn from the grassroots level itself. Be a researcher and make use of all the online resources. Now there is a lot of, it's not like our childhood days. There's a lot of exposure. There is a lot of online courses. There are a lot of even free content. Is there online free content? You can have access to a lot of content online. So make use of all this content. Learn different genres of music. And train yourself as a great musician. Don't confine yourself to a particular genre or particular style of music. Hi, I'm Vishnu Kurup. Please do like and share the video and subscribe to Nadai Mede. Thank you.